factor.
Doing long range things.
I don't think it's gonna work out in your favor, bud.
I mean, come on. They're both 9 millimeters. They'll be fine.
Ha!
And I was in proper prone position. Look at that. Look at that. And built-in bipod. Did y'all know that the new CZ Scorpion comes with a built-in bipod?
Bipod, tripod.
Just sits there
Hey,
all by
Sid.
itself.
Phil left the room to take a phone call so I can look at my phone as much as I want.
Uh-oh. He's gonna catch you. You know that. How you doing, Sam? How are you people doing?
I just ate a muffin in under 12 seconds.
Yeah.
That's how I'm doing.
I mean, you know. This
Fear
thing
factor
sneaks
style.
up on us every week.
It does. Every week.
Every week. It's
At
like, oh
11:52,
man.
Phil's like, Chris, Sam, and we're like,
And the reply is always waiting on printing. And then Phil yells at us that the printer will work more than 5 minutes beforehand. And I think
printers
that's
work
wrong.
before 1:55.
Doubtful. Not for printing this, clearly.
Pew, pew,
Normally, because it's not done till like 3 minutes till.
Yeah.
Um,
That's on a fast day.
The proper prone. Look at Dave. Like, gotta get that dad joke.
Thanks for my new backpack, Dave. I got
Yes,
it
her
today.
backpack came in. She's all excited.
I have to put it back together now.
Yes. So we got all kinds of fun stuff going on. What's today?
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday. What does that mean?
It means ladies shoot for free.
They do. Ladies, shoot for free every Wednesday. Come
All
on in.
stinking day.
All day.
Downside
Not like
though.
some of these people where we like limit you to certain time frames. Nope, all the day.
Downside though, it's girls and guns, which is an upside. But that means
Yeah, we'll only have lanes open till about 6 o'clock tonight.
see what he said.
And then it's time for the ladies to have some fun.
And I'd offer to let somebody sign up, but I think it's sold out. Or do we have one spot open?
We had one spot about 15 minutes ago.
One spot 15 minutes ago. Not sure if that might not even.
It might not even exist anymore. I can't.
Right. So if you're listening right now, jump on, take that last spot.
There's one spot still left.
One spot. One
This
spot. So
minis.
jump in, get it, get it.
Get it, got it,
Come
good.
have fun. Come have fun. We got all
I have
kinds of fun
pumpkin
stuff.
spice bundt cakes.
Oh my goodness.
Pumpkin spice.
We are going Total Valley Girl. I guess it kind of makes sense. We're like right next to the valley.
Yeah. The bundt cakes come from the valley. I got bundt cakes, I got grapes, I got blueberries.
And bundt cakes are pretty darn tasty.
And
though.
the red velvet
Like,
ones too.
Yeah, they're all pretty good. You got them little almonds, chocolate coated almonds.
We do. I
Or
had
did
to
we eat
hide them
all?
from you guys because you kept eating them all, so I had to hide them in
You
my
left
office.
them for where we could find them.
Fact, if you work here, you have to hide snacks from people because they can't just leave them unattended.
They're snacks. Snacks are made to be eaten.
Not the ones that I hide in drawers that are sealed.
I did not take anything out of drawers that were sealed. It was clearly on the counter, sitting out, and the lid was partially opened.
Well, now they're hidden.
It was screaming, "Chris, come meet me."
Well, now they're hidden somewhere in our office.
I got a thing I gotta do
I gotta go.
pretty soon.
I'll give you a hint. They're next to the pancakes in a bowl.
Weird, Sam acted like she had never heard that, and then suddenly she's got like pre-made pancakes in a bowl. I'm like, they sell the stuff,
Got pancakes
which
in a
we
bowl?
did have this morning as well.
I know. I woke up this morning and I was like this, because I wasn't even fully awake. And I was like, why is Chris Billadu texting me at 7 in the morning? He never talks to me this early. He emails me. And I like opened it and I was like, he's like, what am I having for breakfast? And I was like, pancakes in a bowl.
Pancakes in a bowl.
I thought he was going to be like, you have to come in early because Triumph Systems is here and they need you. That's not what it was. Triumph Systems.
No,
did
Trans
not-
Systems was here. They didn't necessarily need you. They did need Phil and I a couple of
I
times.
turned it to the profile, Sid. You have to leave it be. Sid wanted it sideways so he could see it, and that's why I moved it. So don't touch
Well,
it.
maybe he wants to see this side.
Moving it.
What?
Remember, there's a delay.
Oh yeah, there's a delay.
Yeah. So
Sorry, guys.
there, look, and then we backdrop it with white so you can see very well.
See, we can make
Do
our
you
own
see it?
boxes.
Yeah, it's like a light box.
Only I don't have one of those.
But
So
so do we do this? Makes it a box.
he's thinking of trading in his MPX for this. Come see us. We miss you.
Or just add this on top of the MPX.
One in one hand and one in the other.
See?
Ka-chow,
Right,
ka-chow.
because then you got one for this side and then one for this side.
Here, just let me
Like
help you.
this. See? Oh,
See?
oh, hold on a minute. There we go.
There you go.
And then we do this. And then you have long shots. And then if you need to get really precise, could you hold that for a second? If you need really precise, you employ the CZ bipod. And then you get down behind it.
He's not wrong. This is what we do.
Yeah. It's been proven.
Scientifically,
Yeah.
mathematically.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that in home economics, they talk about that.
I don't know what kind of home economics you took. And mine,
I don't know.
She made me sew up a pillow, which was bad. I watched a kid take a sewing machine to the hand, which was hilarious.
Wait a minute.
And then I had to make chocolate chip cookies, which because of my mom, I'd been doing for like 10 years already. So basically, I just watched other people in home ec. Because they would like burn pancakes, and I would be like, how?
do you do that? I don't understand that. Like,
Or how do you run your whole hand over with a sewing machine?
Oh, I can see that.
They have auto shut-offs. They have safety mechanisms.
No.
Yeah.
I have poked myself a time or three in this little webbing right here,
I
trying
know.
to push stuff through, and then it catches you because you're like, oh, I'll stop it before it hits me. No, you get excited and you think to yourself, lift up, but your foot says, no, go down. And then you...
How does that science even add up?
I don't know, but it hurts.
That's why I don't sew.
See, but you need to learn how to sew.
I could, in an emergency situation, I could, but I don't.
Okay, well,
You know what happens if I need a pillow?
you just buy one.
I go to Walmart and buy one because it would be less work.
Yeah, I just roll up a sweatshirt.
Sometimes I do that too. Or
'Cause that
sometimes
works.
I just lay on my 90-pound dog.
They wiggle.
Mine
way
does
too
not.
much.
I'll be like, hey, we're gonna go to bed now. And he'll like curl up at the headboard and like get a little ball, a dog ball, which is not little when your dog's 90 pounds. And
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
lay on his shoulder and we sleep. And in the morning, he licks my nose. We get up for the day.
I don't want a dog in my bed.
Mine sleeps in my bed.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I get really cold though, and he's warm, so it balances out. Between the dog and myself and the heated blanket, it's a warm enough to survive temperature.
Warm enough to survive temperature. You have you, a sweaty dog,
Dogs
blanket,
don't sweat. Dogs don't sweat.
and a heated blanket
Yeah, on high.
on high.
Vinny for Christmas last year bought me a heated blanket. I run it on high, so it's like sheet, heated blanket, sheet on top of that, so I'm not directly on the heated blanket. Then my comforter, and I am between the
So you have
comforter
like
and
a
the
heating
heated.
pad instead of a heated blanket.
Yeah, that I sleep on top of,
And
and
you
then I
sleep
have
on
the dog.
top of a heated blanket.
I get cold.
Alex, I feel bad for you.
I can't.
Bee-boo!
Oh, Bebo.
Bee-boo, Alex.
Bebo. Hey, Alex.
How do you survive?
He hates me.
Does he have like a thermal suit that he wears? He just,
Alex
or
is
is
the
he just
kind
like,
of,
you know
he's
what?
the kind of person
I'm gonna sleep on the floor.
that on the way up to our duck hunt, like, it was a 5-hour drive. So his truck, you can, like, you have separate heating and cooling on each side, right? So mine was set at 90. I'm wearing, like, jeans, a long sleeve, my hoodie, have a blanket on, my feet are over the vent, so the 90-degree air is coming up the blanket at me, and his window is down, and his AC is set at, like, 60, and he's, like, sweating in a t-shirt. He hates me.
Wow, you poor man. I feel
He hates
bad
me.
for you.
Like, we'll be deer hunting in the same blind this weekend. There's a propane heater going with us.
We have guns and stuff we can talk about.
Huh?
We could use these guns to kill deer on Saturday.
Deer hunting.
I don't know about that.
I don't.
Dear,
I don't,
dear Jesus.
I don't think we want to try and take either of these into the deer woods this weekend. This one maybe, because this one could fit down nicely into like a backpack. I don't really know where you would need something that big
And a
for a
backpack.
defensive situation, but I definitely would not try shooting a deer with a 9mm. I just don't see that going real well, and I've never been attacked by a deer. Now
But
maybe
that
if I
one guy
was being
down
attacked,
south didn't just die from taking a bad shot, and the deer attacked him, and like,
yeah.
murder?
So it happens every couple of years. You get dumb people. When you shoot a deer, if you've never shot a deer before, when you shoot a deer, they like continue to move. There's like body twitching that goes on. So I
That's
can
with most things
understand
that
that
die.
sometimes you're like, oh, well, is it dead because it's still moving? But most people stay away. When the thing is just laying there and you expect it to be dead, obviously when you walk up, you always look for, is the rise and fall of the chest cavity movement? Is there movement going on? And then I always find a big stick and
Poke it?
no, you don't use a gun because that's a bad idea because if it jumps up at you, your
You drop
gun
the gun.
is extended. Take a stick, poke it in the eyeball. You poke it in the eyeball. You're not going to eat the eyeball. Poke it in the eyeball.
They might. You don't know them.
If it's alive still, it's going to jump up when you poke it in the eyeball. If you poked its eyeball and it jumps up pokes its own eyeball out, he cannot see you to chase you.
At least 50% of the way.
Right, just stay to that side.
You got a 50-50 chance.
Right, just 50-50, just poke and then move to the poke side, I guess. I don't know. I never thought about that well. But poke it from a distance away so that if it gets up and comes at you, you can move out of the way.
So
This guy,
maybe just an idea, just throw something at it instead of poking it. Because if you're got your gun ready in case it's not dead.
but if
and then
you throw
it.
something, I've seen a lot of people that can't hit the thing they're throwing
I'm that people.
at.
I'm
I
that
am them
people.
people. I mean, I played all the way up into college baseball, but I have more of a zone instead of a finite spot. That was when I
Unless
did
you're
pitch.
throwing candy at him, then he is
No, I
spot
can
on catcher.
catch.
Spot on catcher.
I was a catcher. I can catch.
Chocolates.
But my throwing is more of it's a zone.
I was gonna
You
hit
aim for this
general
area over here, and
area.
it's within the reach of the first baseman. That's close enough.
We'll take what we can get.
Exactly.
So-
Everybody gets a mid out there. But yeah, throwing things and then you throw and you miss, and then you got to pick up another thing. Plus, you're going to be pistol or rifle in one hand. You're going to hold it in your dominant hand. You're going to be throwing off. No, just pick up a stick and poke it with a stick.
What if I'm hunting somewhere there ain't no sticks?
Shoot it again.
See, I like that one better. I think I'll just shoot it again.
I don't know what to tell you. But be careful out there, guys. Be
Yeah, please.
careful.
Don't get mauled by a deer.
Make sure that anything that you're shooting, we're using all of the basic principles of firearm safety. Know what we're shooting.
What's beyond what we're
behind
shooting.
What we're shooting.
Wear orange.
Obviously, you have your orange in the state of Missouri. I believe Illinois as well, and Kansas. The
I think
majority
so.
of your states.
Say majority. Yes, it's a sports show now.
so-
Dave, are you done complaining?
Yeah. What kind of sports you want to talk about, Dave?
We always invite him on. He doesn't want to come join. So who is he to complain?
I don't know. I haven't seen.
He's mad because it's a sports show.
Right.
Oh, if you don't want to watch, don't watch, Dave.
Right. And the most boring. Anyway. Jeez,
I think he's rude. He's
Dave,
a little sassy today.
You're on my naughty list.
You're on my naughty list.
Yeah. So to please Dave, we shall move towards their more regular.
The last two-gun match is tomorrow. In other
Last
news.
two-gun match. So anybody that hasn't gotten into that, good luck, because I know that there is already a waiting list, and so.
And it's going to
last
be
one for
real
that.
competitive at this point.
Yes, because you got a couple of people. There are about 12 people vying for 8 spots. There's about 3 or 4 of them that are really close to being able to get into the finals, and a couple of us that are in right now that could drop. So
Are you one of those?
I is.
Oh,
I
wow.
is. I'm sitting in that could go either way. So hopefully we'll have a good match tomorrow, and we'll have fun. Now, for anybody that is not, next month will be the finals for the Rise 2-Gun match.
Finals is my favorite.
Yes, so it'll be 1v1, round robin all the way down till bracket style till we get to a winner.
And it's fun.
We will probably have some of that at least on a live show. That way you guys can kind of watch some of that
If
stuff.
they're lucky.
But you can always come out and watch if you want to see it right away.
And then after we'll go eat wings and celebrate.
Eat wangs,
Wangs.
wangs, and celebrate.
Apparently, it's kind of like, if you date a person, you turn into them. Apparently, if you work with somebody long enough, you turn into them, because I don't know what that just was.
It is a thing. It's a thing. So, we got Girls Just Want to Have Guns tonight. We have Girls Just Want to Have Guns. The last one of the year will be in December. Oh, so
As
sad,
December
right?
is the last month of the year.
It sounds way more
Way
if
more
you
cooler.
Just say it's the last one of the year. You got to sign up for the last one
You know,
of the year.
can we just talk about something?
What?
Guys and Guns.
Guys and Guns.
So,
Yeah.
you ain't been around for a while. Guys and Guns was a big deal in 2018. We did like 8 of them. This year, we did like this many of them because nobody
Like 2.
wanted to sign up for them. So I need
Do
to
y'all
know.
want a Guys and Guns? We've
Like-
already got full autos. We got
We've done
cannons.
axe
We've
throwing,
done axe throwing. We've done.
slingshots, stages. We've done like different themes. We brought in different cool guns. We borrowed from our gunsmith.
Yes,
Like,
we need to
do
know.
you want one? Do you not want one? Do you want one once a quarter? Once a year? Once every 5 years? What are we talking about here? I need answers.
Right. Or do we want to? Do you want it more of like I want to have a fun night like that, where we break out full autos, we break out all the fun stuff, we do different things, but yet maybe I want to bring my wife.
Oh.
So maybe you want like an open and do more of like just a range after dark.
Ooh. What
Or is
about
that
a
something you
suppressor
want
night?
both of them? We've talked about it before, doing like a silent night party.
Somebody's in the
like
Christmas
December.
theme already.
Well, we were talking about that last year. We could probably, maybe, possibly put something like that together if we had enough interest on it.
But could
like
you
a
make
silent
Christmas
night.
carols play while shooting suppressors?
I don't know if I want to have to.
No, you know how
what do you
like
mean?
there was like the shooting steel and the guy played music when he was shooting steel? But do it with cans.
Phil, Dustin, and I were talking about that last year. We were trying to figure out if there's a way, and realistically, I don't think we're musically talented enough to even be able to do that. Like, because we figured out we can get different tones from shooting different stuff.
Yes.
And then depending on the gun and the ammo and the thing you're shooting, like that combo, you can make different sounds. That's great. We're just not musically talented enough to pull it off.
Do we have a guy for that?
I don't know.
We've got like
Do we
an
have a
IT
guy for
guy.
that?
We've
Do we
got an
have a guy
artist
for that?
guy. We've got a.
Do we have a
Do we have
musician
a,
guy?
Do we have a music guy?
Music guy? We can figure out how to do the rest of it. I don't know.
And we have Anna. She's like a theater gal. Maybe her ears are smart
Well, I
enough.
mean, maybe she could set up like wardrobe.
Range After Dark would be rad. Literally, R-A-D. Range After Dark. That is, we're using that.
Dude,
Copyright.
can we use the guy on the bike? Like the
That's
rad
exactly
thing?
what
Like
Rob-
that's what's not. Every time I hear rad,
Exactly.
it's
Rad.
the
Sam has no idea what
I
you're
have
talking
literally no idea what we're talking about here.
it's a.
about. It's a movie.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
It's
Go
a
ahead.
movie.
Go ahead.
Of course, Sam hasn't seen
Literally,
a good
Ron
movie.
walked into our office yesterday. He goes, "Have you guys seen that movie?" And like, I didn't even like flinch. I was like, "Let's be honest here. Come on."
Brian, I like that. The rad.
I do too.
I watched Harry Potter. That's all I've
Great
got.
movie.
It is
I haven't seen it in a minute, but.
I was actually just looking at it like 2 weeks ago on Amazon. Gonna
Wait,
buy it, so I
like,
can watch it.
Dude, your boys would love it too, because they're into bike riding.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna buy it.
Rad is a movie about BMX riders. I mean, I guess it was really before, like, BMX wasn't even necessarily, like, I guess it was a
just-
thing,
yeah,
but
it was in its heyday at the time.
yeah. And so, you ever seen Days of Thunder? You know what? We're not even going to ask no more. 'Cause
Go ahead, ask him. What
It's just-
movie did you ask if I watched? If I had seen this morning?
So, what is the Christmas movie that
Watch Phil
some
now.
people may not say that is a Christmas movie? They're wrong, but there are people in the world that will try and say that it's not a Christmas movie. However,
Have you ever watched
is.
an old person try to buy something on their phone?
They keep changing from rad to red. Instead.
we do need we need a way to like.
There's like
spin it
Phil like
around, 'cause-
angrily typing at his phone. He's like, ah!
Right, he's just getting that look, and he's just getting that one finger pushes.
It's like
harder.
when Ron tries to like switch something to a PDF file.
He's getting ready to break his phone. We're not. We might actually get to witness this. Y'all might not, but
This
we
is
will
great.
try and relay as best we can.
I don't understand.
He does have
I'm
his
too
rock
old to
star
understand
recovery.
Amazon. I have rad in thing, and it keeps giving me red instead of
Because
rad.
they think that's what you want.
That's not what I want. Phone, that's not what I want. Don't work that way. I want Rad, the movie. Give me Rad, the movie.
If you talk to
Do you
enough,
have
it'll...
voice? Wait. Do you have an iPhone?
No, he's an Android.
So you should not be having the problems.
You're right.
Well, see, as all cell phones listen to us and know what we want, if it gives it a minute, it'll just pop up.
Oh,
It's
open
like-
Facebook up, click the link.
Last week, Vinny was talking about buffalo coats, and then he lost the link, and then he talked about it for like 5 minutes, opened his Facebook, boop, buffalo coats.
Yeah, I mean, let's see if we can get it on.
One movie Sam has actually seen. Gladiator, Black Hawk Down. What's that terrible one Vinny made me watch? I cried. There was a lot of cringing.
What?
It was a war movie. He called it a classic. It's Vinny's favorite movie. I almost threw up.
Apocalypse Now?
Mm-mm.
Black Hawk Down.
Maybe that was the one I watched with Vinny.
Saving Private Ryan.
I haven't seen parts of that. Maybe it was Black Hawk Down and I watched it with Vinny. I've seen Gladiator
Band
though.
of Brothers? It's a mini series, but
No.
you need to.
Anyway, moving on.
Dave Workman asked what movies I had seen because I don't watch movies.
What?
You named 2 and then went 25 times.
I'm trying to
But
think of other
what-
movies I've watched.
Yeah.
I've seen John Wick,
1, 2, or 3.
1 and 2.
Okay.
And I'm sorry guys, I don't do movies.
At all.
Really, I even have a Netflix account and I like open it and I'm like, I'll go back to reading a book. I've seen Harry Potter.
Have you read the books?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
I'm halfway through the series.
Oh, okay.
Well, because I like started watching the movies and then I was like, this is not my really thing. So
So then you went to the books?
yes,
But then didn't finish the book.
I'm working. Have you seen how much I work? I'm working my way through the books. Here's what's worse. I was working my way through the books when we went to SHOT Show.
What?
I'm sorry.
Moving on.
Anyhow,
Training coming up. We got Low Light.
I have seen 300.
And ooh, good movie. Good movie. How about Troy? We got Low Light Pistol and Basic Handgun coming up on Sunday. Next week, I don't know, there might be a couple of spots open left. I know that we get a lot of people that are looking for like shorter increments. We've got our last Tuesday, Thursday CCW class coming up next week of the year, which is just fun to say because we're gonna.
I know you're really enjoying that.
Right, dad jokes and stuff. So we've got those things coming up. Obviously, we've got a ton of other things. The other big one is the 21st, I think, is the car class. Free clinic. So
For
what
free.
to do if you're in the car, not driving, and the driver becomes incapacitated. Whatever the reason is, maybe he sneezed too hard, knocked himself out. You never know.
Blood sugar dropped.
I like the sneezing too hard thing. That'd be funny.
I wouldn't have that problem.
I've done that before.
You've sneezed so hard you've knocked yourself out?
I've sneezed so hard that I've crashed my forehead enough that it gave me woozies. It was pretty hilarious.
That's intense. Makes me
And it
uncomfortable.
was funny. It was interesting. It didn't feel great, no. I will give you that. Anyway, anybody? Monday.
Monday.
Anybody around on Monday? So Monday night, I didn't know anything about this, but Monday night we had a meteor come through.
We did. I was sitting at my desk, editing pictures for you, and I was on the phone with my dad. No, I was on the phone with Alex, and meteor goes. I was like watching that from my eye. So I was like, is that lightning? Is it gonna rain? Like we already got snow. And about the time my house went, blah, 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 and I was like, that was weird.
Yeah.
And I like hopped up on Facebook, and they were like, you see that meteor? Franklin County. And I was like, great. Franklin County's gonna be looking for a meteorite.
So they're saying that now after they've had a couple of days to kind of go through, they think it entered the atmosphere over T-Roy.
Not shocked.
Yeah, and then went all the way down, and they believe that it fell to the ground somewhere around Wellsville.
I don't know where that is.
So anybody that's in the Wellsville area,
Where's Wellville?
down south.
Is there another big
East.
town there that I might know?
You remember the speed that they said it was going?
Yeah, 44,000 miles per hour.
So
44,000 miles an hour. And it traveled, you know what? It's about 30 or 40 miles from T-Roy
Oh, see, that I can
to the
understand.
south. Yeah, because it traveled about 30 to 40 miles west before slowing down enough to stop burning and fall to the ground.
I
Burn
saw
wells
that the
So, anyway, if you're around there and you can find a kilogram of that meteorite, because they're saying that this meteor may have been as large as like 5 feet in diameter. The big flash that you saw, or that many of you saw, or if you go to the videos, you'll see is a lot of that burning off. Approximately, generally speaking, between 70 and 90% of anything that's in that meteor gets burned off as it goes through the atmosphere. So there's only going to be a small series of chunks left at the end. The big boom and stuff may have been exploding into smaller pieces. But if you can find a kilogram, there's a $25,000 reward
there's a fat reward.
coming out of some meteor group in Maine or something like that.
Here's all I can think of: the amount of crackheads out there looking for that right now.
They don't even know what they're looking for.
Exactly.
That's the greatest part.
'Cause they're
They'll be out
crackheads.
there. Maybe they're on crack too. Maybe they're just enjoying themselves. Maybe they're just out for a wander and they just stumble
The
upon
minute I
the
saw that,
ultimate 1 week supply of meth. I don't know how much meth is, but I just imagine if you give a meth head or a crackhead like
John's gonna fire us
25K,
both.
bang! That's gonna be
John's-
like 1 week. He's gonna be back to broke.
we're both getting fired after the show.
Why?
Meth.
Meth? We're not buying it, selling it, or otherwise. I don't even know anything about it. I really, I don't know.
first thing
I
I
just
thought
know
of-
that if you take a meth head or a crackhead and you gave him 25K for finding a rock, he's gonna be putting a different rock.
So he's gonna go find it a different rock.
It's gonna be about 25K worth because he's gonna run
Estimated.
through that quickly.
Oh my gosh. All I could see, like, when they're like, I think it landed in Franklin County. I
What
just
if he
think
get a budget? I guess he'd probably get a budget deal on that.
A
Like
budget.
bulk.
like a bulk deal.
Bulk price. Like, I will give you enough that you will need 2 caskets to carry your body. 'Cause that's probably what would end up happening. Poor peeps.
Good news.
Yeah.
I saw it hit Jeffco and I was like, great, aliens in Jefferson County now.
Boom!
Fantastic.
Aliens! I wonder if they get the guy with the bug on top of his little thing. The little car with the
I
bug
saw
on
a
top.
lady who made her chicken coop look like it was a UFO.
Was she hoping to get like friends?
No, she just wanted people to leave her chickens alone, apparently. I don't know. I don't ask questions. Homesteaders can be a little weird.
So you have a chicken coop that's getting messed with by people.
So you make it look like a
So you
UFO.
make it look like a UFO.
She even had glowing lights on the outside.
See, as a normal
It
person,
even opened up like.
see, as a normal person, I would probably leave your regular chicken coop alone. But if I see you redesign your chicken coop to look like a UFO with lights and
door
doors
drop and
that open
everything.
up, I'm going up and I'm knocking and like, hey, can I hang out in your
Chicken
coop? 'Cause
I
it'd be
imagine, no,
kinda
I
cool.
imagine like the neighbors getting like really drunk and like she comes outside like they're asleep on top of the chicken coop because they found a UFO.
I wonder if like, what if her neighbors were out of town?
And they just come
And they
home
come
one
home
night.
to a UFO in the backyard. They're like, Gene, you're.
I got like they call the news. KMOV! Aliens!
I got aliens. National Enquirer would probably come out for that. Phil is losing his mind right now. Kind of like what
John
we
Stein
lost
just
control.
shared the link.
Oh my god. Oh, dude. See? Oh my god. That's serious. There it is right there.
Phil's like the show has gone rogue. We're sorry.
Workman, when are you gonna come in and do one of these? You get a lot of jokes. We're gonna have. Oh, we could do like dad joke day.
Are you guys gonna come in
All
wearing
dad
like?
jokes. Kilts?
No, I was thinking like terrible like oversized button-ups with pocket protectors, but. Like you
think-
think of awful, terrible dad commercials from like the 80s or 90s where the dad was always like leaving with like his like briefcase.
Proof right here that Sam doesn't do the TV. I don't remember any like very, very
Hey, I had
few
3 TV channels as a kid. You better
pocket
watch it.
protectors that I can remember from any show.
I'm literally like
Steve
imagining,
Urkel had a pocket protector.
I guess in my head there's a resemblance.
Even Bill Nye, who had a pocket full of pens and stuff, didn't have a protector
You're right.
in there.
Bill Nye's the man. Bill Nye, the science guy.
Workman said it'll be in next week.
I don't believe you. I think you're lying.
Boom. Look coming next week. Awesome. Have to talk about guns and stuff. No miscellaneous nonsense. What?
That's not what we do here.
Well, let's talk about somebody that doesn't
Ah.
have any guns.
Hong Kong. See, we did the thing again.
We did. It's that mind melding.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
So, Hong Kong. If anybody's paying attention, it's going on like 5 months worth of feuding back and forth between Hong Kong and China. There's all kinds of people up in arms, from the NBA to the NFL and everybody in between, different sides. But so 3 days in a row, they've had clashes that have been pretty violent. There's been some of these cops are shooting some of the protesters. There's been a number of different shootings now. I know we talked about the first one that happened a couple of weeks ago. There's been a couple now. So they've actually had a mass exodus of mainland Chinese from the school and so forth. The University of Hong Kong has barricaded it because the students are fighting back. They've had gas bombs, fires lit up parts of campus. The police are shooting back with tear gas and rubber bullets. Now, the difference between what's currently happening in China is only one side of that has a way of truly defending themselves. That is the police officers. As a regular mainland Chinese individual, or actually as any Chinese individual, I don't believe there's any way to own a firearm. I do know that there is some IDPA stuffs that they have been trying to incorporate over there, but to my knowledge, I don't know how they would get the guns in. If that's like it has to be at a range somewhere. I know they have airsoft guns, but
Can we just say,
These
I
people are-
appreciate the fact that they're doing what they can, though, as they're currently, quote unquote, wielding bow and arrows.
bows and arrows, and they've got a catapult or a trebuchet, depending on which way you're looking at it. But they built a catapult. Like, that's bad. Like, you're trying to defend yourself, and you have nothing but, I can take a bottle, fill it up with gas, put a little rag in it, light it on fire, and I have an instant firebomb.
Bomb.
Which I don't know, I've never used one, but they don't seem to be very reliable. Being that
Back to that throwing thing.
Yeah.
And you have to be careful
Which
with
I
where you
guess you're
throw
kind
it.
of going in like an area there.
Also, I feel like you have to be you have to be careful which way you throw it because it's a flaming ball of fuel.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm
Like
not trying
I
to
said,
catch
I
myself
don't
on
like
fire.
I don't have any experience with one. I just TV, and we know that since TV is true,
Obviously.
obviously, it's fairly easy. But movies seem to get things wrong. So
I don't care
Maybe.
if Bill Nye's not a real scientist. Don't ruin my hopes and
no,
dreams.
he's not even. Anyway,
He has nice sweaters. You leave him be.
you know what? I liked his show. I'll just go with that. I liked his show.
He actually taught kids in school stuff that we wouldn't read out of books. I shouldn't say we. I read it out of the books. The other kids wouldn't.
So anyway,
Anyhow.
over the course of Tuesday's clashes alone, police fired off 1,567 gas canisters.
That's a lot.
Tear gas, yeah. So I don't hear nothing about how Ferguson was horrible. 1,500 canisters of tear gas.
I want to know, like, what's,
That's a lot.
what's like square footed mile? Like,
Square lot of them.
Well,
That's
I
1,500.
Like 1,500 in like this space or like the whole building
It
space?
says over the course of Tuesday's clashes.
I'm just.
And
I
then there
want
was
to know that.
1,300 rubber bullets, 380 beanbag rounds. A total of 142 people were arrested and 10 people were taken to hospitals with injuries. I'm assuming that this is in like Hong Kong, which is kind of like a state type thing. If you think about like space-wise, they're a part of China.
I know
According
where.
to China,
I
according to
knew where
Beijing,
Hong Kong was.
yeah, according to Beijing, this is an internal thing.
This
People
is
need to leave
This is an
leave it
internal
alone.
thing.
Quit supporting anything that gives the Hong Kong people control. Don't do it.
I just like casual. It's an internal thing.
Right.
It's an
Well, that's what
internal
they're saying. It's an internal thing. Don't support anything, because all you're doing by supporting anybody that wants Hong Kong to be their own, you're just supporting terrorism.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you don't agree with the Chinese, they say no.
Boop, 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 boop.
So, don't know. It's just my daughter saying thank you to bringing her food early this morning, I guess. So, good thing she's out of school, I guess. So, but Hong Kong is like, they literally have nothing. They don't have the same rights that we do.
Nope.
That's one of the things that they're fighting for. It's one of the things that our people fought for 200 plus years ago. 230 something, 40 something, 50 something, something like that. 200, however many years.
Numbers are hard.
Yeah, 1770s till now. There's a
See.
number. Figure it out. 243.
You're still trying.
Yeah. But anyway, a lot of years ago, we fought for that. We have that, and it's written in our Constitution. But this is why so many of us continue to push that the Second Amendment is so important. Yes, the First Amendment is absolutely important. It is totally. But it's not it's important and the Second's not. It's like, it's a reason that they came up with those 10
Yeah.
additional points of pointing out, leave these things alone. These are things that you cannot mess with. You cannot get around. You have to start from this point.
Too bad.
These all
So
have
sad.
to be included, and then we can get to the rest of it. Because if you don't have the freedom of speech, you really have no ability of talking about things that are going on bad.
Yep.
So you have no way of changing it. If you don't have a Second Amendment, you have no way to reinforce your First Amendment. And at any point, they can say, okay, well, you don't have a first anymore. And if you don't have a second, you obviously, as Hong Kong's showing, you have very little that you can do to stand up.
You also can't protect yourself from bears.
True. Because I don't think you could build and set up and arm a catapult fast enough.
Probably not.
But this does make me think, if the Hong Kong people can have catapults, we should have a catapult.
Is there a rule against catapults?
I don't know, but I think we need one.
I feel like there's probably city ordinances against catapults.
I'm pretty sure that we need one, though.
Like here?
Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's happening.
Yeah. Like from the roof, can you imagine all the fun things we could do?
We could throw things into the neighborhood pool down the street. Yeah.
See? So.
We could
does
make it like Castlewood.
This kind of wraps around. Maybe we could use that for Customer Appreciation Day next year.
We could offer to catapult people.
No, catapult water balloons.
I thought you were gonna say watermelons, and I was like, that sounds detrimental.
No.
to
Well, we were
somebody's
talking
health.
about that. We were talking, so I'll bring you guys into it. Talking about Customer
Group chat.
Appreciation next year. Maybe implementing some different fun things.
What if we had a customer appreciation like night,
Like catapults. That'd be awesome.
or like a whole evening, where we all like
What if
hung
we
out?
just gave away a catapult for the members?
How do you get a catapult? Can you buy a catapult?
I'm sure you can.
Do you build catapults? How do you get a
Well, I know
catapult?
you can build one.
Like, is there like a guy out there whose business, he's like a small business
Catapult building? Business. And like
He's needing that paper.
catapults like swing, and then a trebuchet has the counterweight, I think.
It's
I
like
don't know,
it's
but-
like redneck. What is that? Redneck yard darts. Never mind. Anyhow,
No.
I'm showing my true colors here. I'm just gonna.
So we have this CZ Scorpion pistol. What do you got there?
I don't even know.
That's some, what do you got? Redneck lawn dart? Redneck lawn darts? So we got the new PCC or PC carbine from Ruger. This comes, it's actually kind of nifty. So it comes with your Ruger, I forget which one this is.
It's for a
I think it's the
pistol.
SR9 mag.
It's made in Italy.
And it takes in the standard magwell. Although it also comes with a separate magwell insert. So you can pull this one out, put the other insert in, and run Glock mags.
Woo!
So Ruger was like, look, we have cool magazines that work. And if you don't want just this one, we'll give you the option of other ones that lots of people has. And see, this doesn't have that cool bipod setting because it falls on its face.
Dave Workman, I never hated one human and their dad jokes so much.
See, like that's
Moving on.
that's bad.
Moving on from catapults, Phil says we're done with those.
Right. So it's still a takedown, which I believe this one comes forward, twist, boom. So, and then
So weird.
this thing just clasps this down. So this goes into your backpack.
Or maybe I could just buy the little one that I don't have to take apart.
You have a little one right here.
But see, this little one I can fire. See, watch.
Oh.
Pew, pew, pew.
Well,
That
this
little one,
I could throw.
assembly is required.
I could throw it or something.
Yeah, but that one requires assembly.
This one seems less wobbly than some of the other options I've got. Let's see. We'll put
This
that-
seems not wobbly at all. Although I don't like the magazine release. That's strange.
Well, it's a CZ. CZs do weird things sometimes.
Yeah, my CZ almost went for a swim in a river this weekend because it made me so mad.
Yeah. Do what?
My shotgun.
What'd you do to your shotgun?
Well, it wouldn't fire, so I couldn't shoot ducks with it.
Did you throw it at the ducks?
No, I about threw it in the river.
Did you throw shells at the ducks?
No, I took Alex's shotgun and he used his backup shotgun. But still, I was real unhappy with that 1012.
That's a bummer deal. So did you figure out what was wrong with it?
Not sure. Alex took
Or
it
was it just like super cold and?
Alex took it apart
Frozen.
and cleaned it really well. So we're trying to determine if maybe it just doesn't run well when
It's icy.
when it's like stuck in like a dry cornfield and like things get inside it and like there's dust and stuff. If it's just a sissy gun, or I don't know. Haven't fired again yet since we've been home.
So it was firing, but not doing.
It would fire my first round, and then eject that, but wouldn't load my second. I would be like trying to rip the second one out so I could throw the third one up, and it was
Having issues.
the gun went flying. Luckily, only into a dry cornfield because I was very angry. Because when you get on like thousands of literally thousands of
Yeah, I mean,
birds,
she's
and you
showing
can't
pictures. The
shoot them,
sky is turning black as these things
It
are
was-
coming down.
it was so cool to like. I didn't care about like. I mean, I don't want to shoot like mallards or anything. I want to sit like on a little pond and shoot like wood ducks and like cool stuff that's pretty to me, and like I can also take pictures of. But watching that many birds come in, they just start circling. It's like something out of a horror movie. They just start circling around you, and they'll get a little closer at a time, and they'll drop a little lower every time, and then all of a sudden they're like literally to the point where we're in layout blinds. So like, I'm all of a foot off the top of the ground, and there are ducks like I could reach up and like grab. They're so close.
Like, why didn't you?
Because they had.
Wasn't it you that showed me the video of the
Because
guy
they didn't
like
yell, kill him, and I
pop
was
up
following.
and like,
Yes.
boom, and he just grabs
Grabs
one
bird.
like literally out of the air. Like, hey, I'll take this one. Put it right here. Yes.
You could, but you see, the thing with when you're hunting with other people is your guide or the person in charge yells kill him, and that's when you can kill him, and he hadn't yelled kill him yet, so I couldn't mess everybody else's hunting up. That would be rude.
Okay. All right. It's hot. But okay.
I still came home with ducks.
There you go. And that's most important.
I even cleaned my own ducks and watched a whole house full of dudes like,
Freak out.
they were like, you're gonna clean those ducks? And I was like, I literally like walk in, like get my own cooler, have like my own setup, my own bags, my
got
own
my
knives,
stuff.
my own shears to cut their legs and wings off. And I was like, pulling my hair up, put a pin in. I'm like marking like Ziploc bags, like conservation ID numbers and like the date and like the, you know, like what kind of duck and if it's a hen or a drake. And I'm like, game on, pull out my little knife. They're like, okay.
I mean, you know, that's not weird.
Apparently it was weird.
I mean, it's in some circles it would be a little weird, I guess. Yeah.
A girl just shows up with her own knife set to clean ducks. That's what my dad.
That would probably be the part that was weirder if you pull
Well,
up
my
and you're like,
dad-
oh, there we go.
My dad bought me this set and it's made for that. It's like a razor
cutting
blade.
things?
It's made. It's like I forget what it's called. It's like a razor blade that's made for like cleaning animals. So you can make like you just make lots of little cuts and you can pull the skin and stuff away from the meat without damaging the meat by using a big blade. So I have like my own set of those. Now I have to bring it in and show you.
Is this the one that's got like the little replacement?
Yeah, yeah,
blades on the end.
Yeah.
I
We're
forget
like,
what they're called.
yeah, and you can also like take out normal blades. Like they have like hook blades and like other ones. Like
Yeah.
yeah, so I have one of those that my dad got me for my birthday. And then last Christmas he got me my own like gutting set and like heavy knife set for like bigger game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this was like
Killing
for
larger
like turkeys and waterfowl and stuff.
Nice. Nice.
We've gone from hunting show to
Call that full circle. And
Yeah.
Phil is about to blast off. Look at him. He's just having super funs. So,
I
that's
don't-
awesome. That's exciting.
It was super cool.
Like,
Minus the,
I don't
minus
think
the
everybody
broken
should be
shotgun.
able to do that because when you don't have the ability of knowing where your food came from, you have that separation, and sometimes
Well, that's like-
being able to see that kind of gives you a different approach to things.
Naturally, as men, mostly a lot of times like to make fun of girls, to flirt with them. That's what they do. One guy was totally trying to give me a hard time and do that. And he was like, why are you even putting so much detail in it? Why do you even care? And I was like, well, I'm gonna kill something. Like, I'm gonna use the most of it. I'm not just gonna breast it out and throw the carcass in a field somewhere. Like, that's not what a conservationist does. That's not
Right.
what hunting's about.
Yeah.
You take ethical shots and you respect that animal all the way through. It didn't just live for you to throw it in a trash can.
Correct.
That's not
Absolutely.
cool.
It's not.
Not cool.
It's not at all. Not at all.
Not cool.
So, good on you.
Yeah.
Good on you.
So now I'm gonna have to make us like duck nuggets.
I like that idea.
Duck nuggets.
I like that idea.
Duck nuggets wrapped in
Hey,
bacon.
we were speaking of duck nuggets. Weren't we supposed to be doing some chili, like some sort of a chili
Yeah,
cook-off?
Sid was supposed to be making
Sid
us
was
like
saying-
chili.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I like
We need to
chili.
do that. We need to do that.
He was supposed to be making us gumbo too. I feel like every time he's on here, he offers to make us food, and he never makes us
Gumbo?
food. So there was a gumbo offer, there was a chili offer. I think there was a white chili offer at one point.
Ruger needs to fix their bipod action.
Jeff, you work here. I don't want to talk to you. I think we have to
Why?
get off here though, because Phil looks like he's
Yeah.
going to disown us.
Phil is gonna disown us. He's just gonna shut us off randomly. So we'll just
We're going to go now.
yeah.
I have to
We'll
get
wrap
stuff
it.
ready for
Thanks
tonight.
for showing up. Remember, girls just want to have guns tonight. Rise 2-gun final match tomorrow. Finals next month. Car safety coming up on the 21st. Learn how to take over a vehicle from inside the vehicle when your driver stops being in control of that vehicle.
See,
Right?
Yeah.
That's the easy way to say it.
I think that's the easiest way to say it.
And let us know what you think about
Guys and
the
guns.
Guys and Guns or Range After
Or
Dark.
people
If
and
you guys got
guns.
ideas, let us know. We're always willing to put fun stuff together, especially if it means fun.
I like the
We
fun.
like the funs. So come in, check out the new PC Carbine Tactical Edition. Interesting little setup. Check out the new CZ Scorpion.
My fingers are too
And
low.
as always, we have lots of CMMGs. and
Always.
Little guns, big guns, pistols, and everything. So come out, check us out. Don't forget about us on Black Friday. We'll have deals on all kinds of things.
Deals on deals on deals.
Pistols as low as like $250.
Stop giving it all away. We got to go.
Okay.
Bye.
Anyway, see you guys.